Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. While Republicans have the majority in Congress and control floor debate schedules and hearings, Democratic defiance is getting louder. The Democrats also seem to be getting more disruptive. The latest fireworks blew up in the face of Republican House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer. Comer tried to cut off Democrat Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts during a hearing, and she hit back.
I'm reclaiming my time.
That's what you want. No. Ms. Pressley, I have been very accommodating to you. Mr. Superintendent,
and I take particular umbrage as a survivor of sexual violence. I will enter into the record. This is my right. Thank you.
No. It is Mr. Subramaniam.
Mr. Chair?
No, you know the process of unanimous consent. You are not recognized.
I have several articles to enter into the record.
The articles Pressley wanted to enter in the record show that undocumented migrants have a lower violent crime rate than American citizens born in Texas. This Republican hearing was largely about sanctuary cities or municipalities that protect undocumented immigrants from deportation. But the Republican attacks on sanctuary cities included countless barbs against migrants and claims that the migrants hurt public safety. Pressley decided to counter that, and her efforts started amicably.
I have unanimous consent request.
Proceed.
I'd like to seek unanimous consent to enter into the record this article, and I'll do this as a survivor of sexual violence myself. This is from Courts, March 2018.
Without objection, so ordered.
Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born...
Without objection, so ordered. We've put it in the record.
I haven't entered it.
You have what?
Mr. Chair, can I have several articles. I need to enter them. Let me just go ahead with what the articles are. What they speak to.
What's the next article?
Let me proceed. Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born Americans commit more rape and murder than immigrants.
Listen, this trend of you all trying to get thrown out of committee so you can get on MSNBC is going to end. We're not going to put up with it.
This is my procedural right as a member of this committee
you can go with Mr. Frost and Mr. Green.
I'm reclaiming my time.
That's what you want. No.
Yes, James Comer threatened to kick Congressman Pressley out of the hearing because she may have violated his rules of parliamentary procedure. Or perhaps Comer was just angry that Pressley was undercutting the main argument Republicans had been making about migrants. In any case, James Comer, with his do what, is not the sharpest tool in the shed, so to speak, and even a few Republicans said he should have just let Pressley enter the report titles in the record. Instead, by blowing up at Pressley, Comer drew even more attention to the articles and the point that Pressley was trying to make. So while this may have looked ugly for both Pressley and Chairman Comer politically, Pressley got a win by drawing a lot of attention to the fact that undocumented migrants have a lower violent crime rate than people born in the United States. And Republicans do not like to hear that. At the very same hearing, another Democrat picked up the baton on the issue of public safety, although from a slightly different perspective. Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury of New Mexico pointed out loudly that the Trump administration has fired many federal prosecutors and senior crime investigators at the FBI. The Congresswoman also noted that the Democratic mayors called to testify at the hearing were being denigrated by Republicans and threatened with criminal prosecutions in exchanges that seemed to be filmed for potential Republican television ads.
The DOJ is intimidating our mayors, and my colleagues across the aisle are producing TV ads to try to pretend that they're making this country safe again. It's total bullshit. Absolute bullshit. They are not making America safer again, and what they are doing is terrorizing immigrant families. That is what they are doing. Parents who are afraid to send their kids to school, parents who are afraid that they won't come home again, kids who are afraid to leave their houses, refugees who have waited for years to come into this country. And our mayors are sitting here enduring this ridiculous hearing.
One of those mayors, Michelle Wu of Boston, delivered a remarkable verbal counterpunch at the Republican lawmakers. Republican Paul Gosar of Arizona kept badgering Mayor Wu about immigration and public safety. Never mind that Boston is one of the safest cities in America. Wu, who was observing Ash Wednesday, spelled out ways that Congress could actually improve safety.
Respectfully, Congressman, you could pass bipartisan legislation, and that would be comprehensive immigration law. The false narrative is that immigrants in general are criminals, or immigrants in general cause all sorts of danger and harm. That is actually what is undermining safety in our communities. If you wanted to make us safe, pass gun reforms. Stop cutting Medicaid. Stop cutting cancer research. Stop cutting funds for veterans. That is what will make our city safe.
I believe that is what one calls a mic drop moment. And by the way, Michelle Wu testified to Congress despite having a baby 7 weeks ago. She brought her infant daughter to the hearing. In other words, against Democratic mayors like Michelle Wu, Republicans did not stand a chance. And Democratic committee members seem emboldened to add their own firepower in hammering the GOP. I suppose that not everybody's going to embrace using profanities or trying to derail congressional parliamentary rules, but clearly Democrats are gaining confidence and becoming more aggressive in opposing the Republican majority. The GOP keeps marching in lockstep with Donald Trump, dumbing down policy debates and engaging in rank hypocrisy, and Democrats, louder every day, are saying enough. By the way, the lone liberal on the Fox show The Five just demolished conservative pundit and judge Jeanine Pirro over the Trump GOP defense of Russia.
Every decade, they move closer and closer to Russia, NATO has. And the Crimea and everything else is a response to NATO.
Russia. NATO encroaching on them.
They are an independent country who believes strong. And I'm not pro-Russia at all.
Really? It doesn't sound like that.
Don't give me that,
You
really.
Don't give me that.
Don't give me that.
Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.